Okay, good morning. Committee on Transportation has a 10:30 a.m. agenda. It's Friday, March 18, 2022. Conference room 423. Okay, just want to let everybody know, those who are testifying, that we do institute a 2-minute time limit. This is just to make sure that we have enough time for everyone to testify. Okay, thank you very much for joining us. Let's go ahead. First bill, Senate Bill 3121, Senate Draft 2, relating to funding for parking for disabled persons. Okay, up first, we have Kirby Shaw of DCAB.
Yes, good morning, Chair Aquino and members of the House Transportation Committee. I am Kirby Shaw, the Executive Director of the Disability and Communication Access Board, otherwise known as DCAB. We administer the statewide program on parking for persons with disabilities. There are over 100,000 Hawaii residents that possess a Hawaii parking permit, which enables them to go to doctor's appointments, grocery shop, and study, and all kinds of things. And so right now, the program is 100% funded with general funds. This bill will add $1 to the vehicle registration fee, which will be deposited into DCAB's special accessible parking account within our special fund. And this will allow a new stream of revenue, relatively small amount, but it will allow the program to sustain itself year after year without tapping into general funds. Those funds could be used for other important purposes. And so we're asking the committee to pass this bill out. And I'm available for any questions. We're in strong support of this bill. And thank you very much for holding a hearing on it, by the way. We really appreciate it.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, up next, Tom Yamachika, Tax Foundation of Hawaii.
Aloha, good morning, Chair Aquino, members of the committee. This is Jade McMillan on behalf of Tom Yamachika and Tax Foundation of Hawaii. We will stand on a written comment submitted on the measure. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Lynn Murakami Akatsuka. Okay, in support. Okay, I believe that's all the testimony we received. Any others wishing to testify? Senate Bill 3121, Senate Draft 2. Seeing none, members, any questions? Yes, Rep. Nakamura.
Ask a question to DCAB relating how much funds do you expect to raise from this $1 fee?
Well, the data book indicates that there are over 1 million vehicles registered that would be required to $1 per vehicle. So there might be $1 million plus. We've yet to see that figure yet, but that's what we're anticipating.
And what is your current operating budget?
The operating budget isn't there yet, but our anticipated budget is roughly around $786,906. And so, there's going to be some surplus, and DCAB does not expect to hold on to that to create this large fund, but any excess would be returned to the state.
Back to the general fund is what you're thinking?
Yes.
Thank
Unless
you.
the legislature thinks of another place to put it. But yeah, we don't want to hold on to anything excess from what we need.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, thank you very much, members. Any other questions? Okay, seeing none, let's move on to the next measure, Senate Bill 2118, Senate Draft 1, relating to traffic violations. Okay, up first, we have Brandon Ogata, Honolulu Police Department.
Morning, Chair, Vice Chair, members of the committee. I am Braden Ogata of the Honolulu Police Department. I'm speaking in support of Senate Bill 2118 SD1. I will stand on my written testimony and I'll be available to answer any questions. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, Members, we do have late testimony from the Department of Transportation. Director,
Good morning and great aloha Friday, Chair Aquino and honorable members of the Transportation Committee, Jade Butai for DOT. I apologize for our late testimony, but we stand on our written testimony and support. Thank you.
okay, thank you very much, Director. Okay, members, I believe that's all the testimony we received for Senate Bill 2118, Senate Draft 1. Any others wishing to testify? Seeing none, members, any questions? Yes, seeing none, let's move on to the next measure, please. Okay, Senate Bill 2034, Senate Draft 2, relating to transportation. This would rename the State Highway Safety Council to become the Transportation Safety and Modernization Council. Okay, among other things. Okay, up first, we have Department of Health. Okay, with comments. Okay, Jalen Murakami, by Public Health Institute. Okay, support, Ulupono Initiative. Okay, in support. Let's see. Okay, members, we do have late testimony from Chad Taniguchi. Okay, support, and members, we do have testimony from Department of Transportation.
Aloha again, Chair. I apologize for our testimony was submitted late. We stand on our testimony, providing comments.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, I believe that's all the testimony we received. Okay, any others wishing to testify? Senate Bill 2034, Senate Draft 2. Seeing none, members, any questions? Okay, I have a quick question for the department, director or deputy or staff.
Yes, Chair.
Okay, thank you, Director. I think I just want to comment on your testimony. Could you clarify? I think it was mentioned that the DOT already tracks progress on projects efforts due to Fed and state requirements. So could you clarify on that comment, please?
Yes, we do, Chair. And in fact, we even have on our website, we have a program status, where we, it's get updated nightly. We have, current construction, future projects, pavement condition, traffic volume, bridges, and fatal crashes. So we have a program status on our website, Chair.
Okay. So again, so from a transparency point of view, all this information that you just mentioned is open to the public, correct?
That's correct, Chair.
Okay, thank you. Okay, members, any other questions? Okay, seeing none, let's move on to the next. Senate Bill 3343, Senate Draft 2, relating to fireworks. Should be fun. Okay. Up first, we have Hawaiian Humane Society. Stephanie Kendrick. And support Marina Andrade. Okay, and support Beverly Heiser. Okay, and support Gerard Silva in opposition. Andrea Quinn in support. Department of Transportation.
Aloha, Chair. We stand on our testimony in opposition. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, I believe that's all the testimony we have received. Any others wishing to testify? Okay, seeing none, members, any questions? Okay, I have a quick question for the department. Director.
Yes, Chair.
So, thank you again for being here. I know you guys have testimony in opposition. I had a quick question though. In the event that this bill passes and becomes law, what is the department, in particular the Harbors Division, going to do with this information from the counties?
If you don't mind, Chair, can you unmute Neil Takikawa? He's the administrator for harbors.
Okay.
This is Neil Takikawa, Administrator Harbors. That question is very good because if we currently don't get that information, and if we do get that information, we really don't know what to do with it because bottom line, it's we will be notified when illegal shipment of fireworks occurs, not an illegal. And I think that's really the focus of what this bill should be, or is trying to be, is to look for illegal shipments of fireworks. And so adding in that item number 3 really doesn't address probably the real issue of what we're trying to correct here.
Okay, thank you very much, Neil. Okay, members, any other questions? Okay, seeing none, let's move on to the next measure. Senate Bill 3272. Into transportation, this would establish the Air Noise and Safety Task Force. Okay. Okay, up first, we have Department of Transportation.
Good morning again, Chair. I would like to clarify our position. Although we support the intent of the bill to adopt rules to require aircraft operators to report details of each flight taken by the tour aircraft on a monthly basis, I want to make it clear that the FAA is the authority to regulate the airspace and aircraft operations. State, city, and local governments cannot impose rules or laws that are not supported by the FAA. Therefore, a helicopter noise task force will be ineffective. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Director. Okay, up next, we have Michelle Matton. Not present. Okay. Members, please note that she testified in support. Okay, Calvin Dorn. Comments, Terry Needles, Bruce Lum, Bill Paulin, all in support. I believe that's all the testimony we have. Any others wishing to testify? Senate Bill 3272. Okay, seeing none, members, any questions? Okay, I have a quick question for the department, please, Director or anyone from Airports Division.
Yes, Chair.
Okay, thanks, Director. So in the bill, it creates another task force. What's the difference between this proposed task force and previous task forces that have been under the department?
I don't see much difference. We were the co-chair of that task force regarding the, air tour noise and safety issues, but it created a lot of misunderstanding as the community started believing that, that the DOT, can adopt rules, issue permits, and other agreements to control, the operators in the form of contracts. But our role has been kind of misleading to the community. It didn't help that the FAA was kind enough to direct the complaints to us on their website, and a lot of our airports district managers cost a lot of eggs for them to getting a lot of those complaints.
Okay, so again, so the previous task force that you folks have co-chaired, I know that there were some changes that were announced in January, I believe. Could you clarify what happened in January regarding the task force, the previous task force?
We disengaged because, like I said, there were a lot of confusion. I don't think we were making much progress. And we were, I get a lot of complaints in my office, and emails. So it's been a difficult issue. I mean, we've been encouraging the public to file their complaint with the FAA. And, they have a web page that explains how to file a complaint so it can be investigated.
Okay, and lastly, how long was this previous task force in place for?
Let me get back with you on that, Chair.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Members, any other questions? Seeing none, we're going to recess for decision making. Okay, reconvening our 10:30 agenda for decision making. Thank you very much, members of the public and members. Okay, up first, Senate Bill 3121, Senate Draft 2. Okay, members, recommendation is to move this as a House Draft 1 with just some technical amendments. I'd like to keep this moving for consideration. Any questions or concerns, members? Seeing none, Rep. Hashimoto, please.
Recommendation of the chair is pass SB 3121 SD2 with amendments. Chair votes aye. Vice chair is excused. Representative Clark.
Aye.
I vote aye. Representative Kitagawa.
Aye.
Representative Lepresti is excused. Representative Nakamura.
Aye.
Representative Takumi.
Aye.
Representative Matsumoto.
Aye.
Chair, your recommendation is adopted.
Okay, thank you very much, members. Moving on to Senate Bill 2118, Senate Draft 1. Going to traffic violations, members, the recommendation is to move this as a House Draft 1 with some technical amendments and an effective date of July 1st, 2050. Okay. Any questions or concerns, members? Seeing none, Rep. Hashimoto.
Recommendation of the chair is pass SB 2118 SD1 with amendments, noting the excuse of Representative Iligan and Representative Lepresti. Any members voting with reservations? Any members voting no? With all others voting aye, the recommendation is adopted.
Okay, thank you very much, members. Moving on to Senate Bill 2034, Senate Draft 2, relating to transportation. This sought to rename the State Highway Safety Council. Members, the recommendation is to move this as a House Draft 1 with a effective date, July 1st, 2050. We're going to remove a good portion of the preamble on pages 1 and 2. On page 2 up until line 12, okay, in section 2, we're going to remove all proposed language there, except for the proposed number of 10 other persons to serve on this council. And the reason being is because we'd like to keep the original intentions of this council, which is really to focus on safety policies regarding our highways throughout the state. Okay, not necessarily too much on modernization, which I feel is another effort. Okay, any questions or concerns, members? Seeing none, House Draft 1.
Recommendation of the chair is to pass SB 2834 SD2 with amendments, noting excuse of Representative Iligan and Lepresti. Any members voting with reservations? Any members voting no? Without others voting aye, the recommendation is adopted.
Okay, thank you very much, members. Moving on to Senate Bill 3343, Senate Draft 2. Okay, members, the recommendation is to defer, mainly because we didn't have any testimony or any information from the State Fire Council or the fire departments of any of the counties, in addition to some of the concerns that Harbors had mentioned in testimony. Okay, so recommendation is to defer. Okay, next measure, Senate Bill 3272, Senate Draft 2. This would have established a air, noise, and safety task force. Members, the recommendation is to move this as a House Draft 1. Okay, we're going to remove section 2 of the bill. Okay, I believe most, if not all, of the contents in section 2. We're going to keep the clean date. Okay, and I believe the department is very much open to the reporting details in this measure. Okay, members, any questions? Okay, seeing none, House Draft 1, please.
Recommendation of the chair is to pass SB 3272 SD2 with amendments, noting excuse of Representative Iligan and Lepresti. Any members voting with reservations? Any members voting no? Without others voting aye, the recommendation is adopted.
Okay, thank you very much, members. Okay, on to the last, the DM only calendar. Yes, Senate Bill 3158, Senate Draft 2, which we heard on Wednesday, this past Wednesday. The recommendation, members, is to move this as a House Draft 1. When we received the bill from the Senate Draft 2 proposed to cut barrel tax deposits from funding the EV charging system sub-account, which is why we had quite a number of opposition testimony. To address this, we're going to restore the language on the barrel tax allocation for EV charging systems of 3 cents. In addition to that, we're going to create a new sub-account to be funded by the barrel tax with a blank amount to be determined later to fund the e-bike, e-moped rebate program proposed in this bill as proposed by the State Energy Office. And I think as mentioned by DOT and the Energy Office in testimony, recent funding guidelines from federal highways regarding the new federal infrastructure law, in particular, the NEVI program has charging and technical specs that are greater than what we currently offer through our local rebate program. This is why the Energy Office made that incompatibility comment during our Wednesday hearing. So due to the possibility of further guidance from the feds, okay, we're going to remove all references of the IIJA funding in the bill. And I think this is the most reasonable path forward. Okay, and also the preamble, gonna make some changes there too. We're gonna remove section 1 from pages 1 through 2 up until line 10. Okay. Any questions or concerns, members? I think this cleans up a lot of the concerns that came up on Wednesday. Hopefully. If not, it has a long ways to go. Okay. Questions or concerns, members? Seeing none, House Draft 1, please.
Recommendation of the chair is to pass SB 3158 SD2 with amendments, noting the excuse of Representative Iligan and Lopresti. Any members voting with reservations? Any members voting no? With all others voting aye, the recommendation is adopted.
Okay, thank you very much, members. Have a great weekend.